innovative in sustainable living. Today we are going to talk about something that affects every meal we eat, which is soil health. Healthy soil is the key to growing nutritious food. But with modern farming practices, pollution and climate change, it's under serious threat. So in this discussion, we will discuss how we can improve the soil biodiversity for long-term food production. So, for today's podcast, we have Brooke as a moderator and 4 other members as experts for explaining the soil health, which is Rimashini, Atika, and Nafisa. And due to some reasons, Shamila is joining our podcast in online.
Thank you for having us. This is a crucial topic and I look forward to hear everyone's insights.
So, for the first segment, Introduction to Soil Health, let's start with the basics. We often hear that soil is alive, but what does that actually mean? Why is soil health is so important and what happens when it gets neglected? Let's hear something about this from the moderator.
Yes, soil is the foundation of agriculture and its health impact on food production, climate regulation and biodiversity. However, soil degradation is a growing problem that threatens the sustainability.
You are absolutely correct. Soil health is the backbone of sustainable agriculture. It influences crop productivity, environmental balance and food security. Yet, we are seeing an alarming increase in soil degradation, which threatens both agricultural productivity and ecosystem reliance.
Alright. Thank you, Rimashni. That's a serious problem, especially when so many farmers rely on fertilizers for quick results. What's the other major threats to soil health should be aware of?
Now, let's explore the major threats to soil health. Rimashini and Nafisa, what are the biggest challenges that we're facing?
Alright, let me start with the common challenges that a farmer faces to improve soil biodiversity for long-term food production. In the aspects of economic, the cost of switching to biodiversity farming can be a major challenge to the farmers. Transitioning to biodiversity-friendly farming is not just about stopping chemical fertilizers. It requires a complete shift in farming practices. Farmers must have to invest in organic compost, crop rotation and natural soil improvement, which can be expensive and time-consuming, while big farms might handle this cost. And small farmers often struggle due to limited financial resources. Unfortunately, government subsidies mostly support large industrial farms using chemical-based methods, making it harder for small farmers to adopt sustainable practices. The result, many stick to chemical farming because it's cheaper in the short term, even though it harms soil health in the long run.
Okay, that really makes sense. If sustainable farming is too expensive, many farmers will stick to cheaper and harmful methods. Can anyone share a real-world example for this issue?
For sure, I can. We can see this issue in places such as Indonesia, where rice farmers rely on chemical fertilizer for over 50 years. If they switch to organic farming, their costs rise significantly and while their financial support is limited. What do you think, Nafisa?
That's a great example. The reliance on chemical fertilizer has degraded the soil biodiversity, and over time it will make it harder for farmers to switch to organic methods.
Yes, Nafisa, from your perspective, what are the key challenges in improving soil biodiversity for long-term food production?
Sure, from the environmental and societal perspective, climate variable and unpredictable weather can be one of the challenges in order to improve the soil biodiversity. This explains how extreme weather directly affects soil biodiversity and damaging soil organisms and making the land less fertile. So this change impacts farmers by making it harder for them to predict the planting season and maintaining crop yield. It also highlights how farmers struggle to adapt and often rely on chemical fertilizer, worsening the soil health in the long run. So for example, in recent years, Indian farmers have been struggling with irregular monsoon rains. Some years there is too little rain, which causing droughts And other years, there are an excessive amount of rain, which leads to flooding. So this makes it very difficult to farmers to maintain their healthy soil.
Well said, Nafisa. It is clear that improving soil biodiversity isn't just as simple telling the farmers to change their methods. These are real struggles for small-scale farmers, especially when they are already facing the financial difficulties.
But now the big question is what we can do about it. Are there any solutions that can help farmers while also protecting the soil biodiversity? That's what we are going to explore the next. So now, Atika and Shamila, what are the strategies can be improved in soil health while ensuring agricultural productivity?
Okay, one major solution is financial incentive for sustainable farming. The European Union Common Agriculture Policy promotes grants to farmers adopting eco-friendly practice. Carbon credit program also rewards sustainable farming method. If more government adopt these policies, the financial burden on farmers will be reduced.
Other than that, scientific approaches also play a key role. Regenerative agriculture, including no-till farming, crop rotation, and cover cropping, can restore soil health. Studies in the US shows that regenerative farms see up to a 30% increases in crop yields over time, proving that sustainability and productivity can coexist.
That's really encouraging. It shows that investigating in soil health isn't just good for the environment, it also benefits the farmers in the long run. But beyond the financial and scientific measures, are there any ethical or community-driven solutions?
Ethical concern must also be addressed. Small-scale farmer and indigenous communities depend on healthy soil for survival. Government need to promote fair land access and recognize the value of traditional farming wisdom, which has preserved soil health for centuries.
Last but not least, community-driven initiatives are essential. In India, agroecology training programs have helped rural farmers transition to sustainable farming, improving both yields and livelihoods. Education and knowledge sharing can accelerate the adoption of soil-friendly farming techniques.
Thank you, Shamila, for that. These community-led efforts sound promising. If more regions adopt similar programs, we could see widespread improvement in soil health.
Absolutely. This isn't just an issue for farmers, but soil health affects all of us. One step counts, and together we can make significant impact.
That's great. If you want to learn more about sustainable farming or get involved in your community, check out the resources in our show notes. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in next Bioscope podcast. Thank you. Bye-bye.